Tesla's latest sales numbers out of China are in, and they paint a picture that's both encouraging in the short term and concerning in the bigger picture. According to data released by the China Passenger Car Association, CPCA, Tesla sold 83,192 China-made vehicles in August 2025. That figure includes both cars sold directly in China and those exported to overseas markets. Now, 83,192 sounds like a lot, and it is. In fact, compared to July, when Tesla sold just 67,886 units, August sales were up a very healthy 22.55%. But here's where the concern kicks in. Compared to the same month last year, sales are actually down by 4.04%. That may not sound like a huge drop, but when you look at Tesla's broader sales trends in China over the past year, this dip is part of a much larger story. From October 2024 to August 2025, Tesla's China-made sales, including exports, declined year-on-year in every single month except June, when the company managed to squeak out a tiny 0.83% increase. Put differently, for nearly a full year, Tesla has been on a losing streak in China's EV market, which is not what investors or industry watchers expected from a company that once seemed unstoppable. Let's zoom out to the bigger picture. Between January and August this year, Tesla sold 550,552 vehicles made at its Shanghai Gigafactory. That's a massive number by most standards, but it's still down 12.24% compared to the same period last year. So what's going on? Why is Tesla struggling in China at a time when the global appetite for electric vehicles continues to grow? One factor is competition. Tesla doesn't operate in a vacuum, and in China, the competition is particularly fierce. Homegrown automakers like BYD, Li Auto, NIO, and more recently Xiaomi have been rolling out new models at lightning speed, often undercutting Tesla on price while offering features that resonate strongly with Chinese consumers. For example, BYD has been posting record-breaking sales month after month, routinely outselling Tesla by a wide margin. In some months, BYD's EV sales are more than double Tesla's, showing just how powerful local competition has become. Another issue is pricing strategy. A few days ago, Tesla cut the price of its Model 3 variant with an 830-kilometer CLTC range. That model, which only launched on August 12th, saw its price reduced by 3.71%, from 269,500 to 259,500 yuan, about $36,300. That's not an insignificant discount, and it came less than a month after launch. Moves like this highlight Tesla's willingness, or perhaps need, to adjust prices quickly in order to stay competitive. The catch, of course, is that frequent price cuts can sometimes backfire, creating the impression that buyers should wait for the next discount rather than rushing to buy now. To make matters more complicated, Tesla's new product lineup is still in the early stages of rollout. The 6-seat Model YL, for example, was only launched in China on August 19th. It's priced at 339,000 yuan or $47,540, and deliveries have just begun. This new variant could help Tesla tap into the family SUV segment more effectively, but it remains to be seen whether it will drive meaningful growth. Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory is the beating heart of its operations in China, producing both the Model 3 sedan and the Model Y crossover. The factory also serves as a major export hub, shipping cars to markets across Asia and Europe. That's why these numbers matter globally, not just in China. When sales in China slow, it doesn't just affect Tesla's performance in one country, it reverberates across Tesla's entire supply chain and impacts global delivery numbers. Now let's talk about how Tesla stacks up against other Chinese brands, because that's really where the story gets interesting. In August, BYD continued its dominance, moving well over 300,000 new energy vehicles. That's nearly 4 times Tesla's China-made sales for the month. What makes BYD particularly formidable is that it's not just competing in the premium EV segment, but also dominating the mass market with affordable models that appeal to everyday drivers. Li Auto has also been putting up strong numbers, especially with its extended range EVs, which address concerns about charging infrastructure in parts of China. NIO, while smaller in scale, continues to attract a loyal customer base with its battery swapping technology and premium positioning. And then there's Xiaomi, the tech giant that only recently entered the EV space with the SU7 sedan. In its early months, the SU7 has already been outselling Tesla's Model 3 in certain weeks, a symbolic blow given how Tesla once redefined the electric sedan market. All of this adds up to a market that's shifting rapidly under Tesla's feet. A few years ago, Tesla was seen as the gold standard for EVs in China, commanding both attention and admiration. Today, it's just one of many players in a hyper-competitive space, and not always the one with the strongest momentum. Still, it's not all doom and gloom. Tesla remains a powerful brand with significant global reach. Its vehicles are still regarded as benchmarks for performance and technology, and its Shanghai factory gives it a crucial foothold in the world's largest EV market. The fact that Tesla managed to grow sales by more than 22% month-on-month from July to August shows that the company can still rally when conditions align. The bigger question, though, is sustainability. Can Tesla find a way to reverse the year-on-year declines and re-establish growth in China, or will it continue to lose ground to rivals? Price cuts and new model variants may buy Tesla some time, but in the long run, the company may need to rethink its China strategy more fundamentally. There's also the macroeconomic backdrop to consider. China's auto market has been under pressure, with consumer demand fluctuating due to economic uncertainty, property market woes, and shifting government policies on EV subsidies. Even for local brands, growth hasn't been guaranteed. It's just that many of them have been better at navigating the headwinds. From an investor's perspective, the August numbers are a mixed bag. On the one hand, sales are down year on year, which feeds into the broader narrative of Tesla's slowdown in China. On the other hand, the strong month-on-month growth suggests that Tesla still has levers it can pull to generate demand in the short term. The launch of new variants like the Model YL could also provide fresh momentum in the months ahead. So where does Tesla go from here? The company has a few options. It could continue to lean on price cuts to maintain competitiveness, though that comes at the cost of margins. It could double down on product innovation, bringing new models or features specifically tailored to Chinese consumer preferences. Or it could shift more aggressively into export markets, using its Shanghai base as a hub to serve demand elsewhere.